Well, good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. We're back to Monday, and thank God for waking up this morning. I always say that, and I hope everyone is doing okay. And y'all said the same thing too. Well, today I was I was surprised this morning by a knock on my door. It was Mr. Clyde, the Army veteran, my neighbor. Well, he knocked on my door and he asked me if I can come over and clean out his home for him. He's going to the doctor. So, yeah, I told him yes, I would, He was like, how much you gonna charge? I really didn't really want to charge this man, he's not well. He just came out the hospital and he had heart surgery and all that kind of good stuff. But, I said 60 and he looked at me and he was like, no, I'm going to give you more than that. I'm going to give you more than that. I have like a couple of comforters, to be washed and stuff like that. Like, I said they have, we have washing machines in our apartments. So yeah, I'm gonna go over there later on and and do this for him. I am glad that I am home so I can help him out. I don't mind helping people out, especially if they can't help themselves. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about lazy people that don't like to do anything for themselves. Because this man, he gets up and he works. He's retired and stuff, but he does his little jobs, on the side. Like cleaning shoes, um, you know, um, buffing shoes or whatever they do. When they clean people's shoes off or whatever. So he make his little money on the side, and I don't know what else he does, but he's a very busy man, and with this happening to him, it slowed him down, and I could tell that he's someone that likes to get up and get out there and do his due. And like I said, one Thanksgiving, he was very nice to me. He was new here, but he knocked on my door and he was like, did you cook? So I was like, no, I don't really do no big cooking for Thanksgiving and stuff like that. So he had some bags in his hand, and when he gave me one of the bags, and it was food, it was turkey, it was the whole works. He went out to the restaurant, and my next door neighbor, she moved now, but he also had a bag for her, but she wasn't home. So, he went out to the restaurant and he bought this food and he decided to give it to me and her. So he ended up giving hers to someone else in the building. And I thought that was so kind of him. That was so generous of him. So, I don't mind helping this gentleman out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm going to get myself together soon. He has a doctor's appointment. He's leaving at 8 o'clock. And I'm going to go over there and clean up his place for him. He said it's a mess, but it's okay. I'm a girl. I don't mind. I love to clean. So it really doesn't matter. And oh yeah, my friend, I I needed to get me a new shopping cart because as you can see, this is the old one right here. The wheel always come off. You know, it's one of those carts where you put the wheel, push the wheel on, but the wheel, when lately, when I'm walking with it from the pantry, the wheel is always slipping off. The back one and the front one. The front one you push up. You push up. I'll show you. I'll show you. You see, it came off. You see right there? So you push it up. I'll fix it later. You push it up, and you know, it has been coming off and stuff like that. So I bought this from Amazon back in 2021, and it was just 34 bucks. It lasted me for a good long time. And as you can see right here, the metal is loose. This part here is loose, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, my friend said he's going to take it. I was going to put it downstairs, free take for whoever wanted it. But he said he's going to take it home and give it to someone that he knows. I know he's going to fix it, fix the metal part first. And guess what? He surprised me. He said he's going to order me a shopping cart. So he said it was Prime, Amazon Prime, and the Prime ended on Saturday. I didn't even know that he ordered it. I went and I ordered one from Temu. That's on its way coming. I was trying to cancel it, but it's on its way coming. So when it comes, I'm gonna return it, you know, and get my money put back into my account. But yeah, you know, he ordered one from Amazon, $89. I said, oh my God, that's a lot of money for a shopping cart. He was like, don't worry about how much I spent. I'm getting it for you. You know, you deserve it, you know. And I was like, okay. And the cart came yesterday. This is the cart right here. I'll show you. I have it pushed in here, but it's a nice big one. It's a little bit bigger than the one that I have. And the wheels, he screwed the wheels on, so nothing is going to be falling off. It's a little heavier than the one that I had, and it has an opening that I'll show you. It has the opening. See right here? It has this part, and it has the swivel wheels, as you can see. And it has this bag right here that you can put inside. It has a cover. This is the lid. And you can put your stuff in there and cover it. If it's raining, you know, your stuff will get wet. Because usually when I go to the pantry, I carry 3 of these bags, you know, different ones. And I put my stuff in there. But now I don't need to take those bags because I have this. Yeah, and it's pretty big, you know. You can take it wherever. Not that I use it often, only to the pantry, but it's very handy, you know. And he got the black, and that's the one that I had wanted to get, a black instead of silver. That's the one I ordered too. The one I ordered looked like this too. But you know, Temu prices is a lot less. And I don't think Temu brand is like this anyway. So I'm not even gonna open the one from Temu when it comes. I'm just gonna collect it, and then I'm gonna take it over to the UPS store. Well, I'm gonna get a return label from Temu, and then I'm gonna return it. That's what I'm gonna do. And this cart right here, I threw the box out, but I bought this because I thought it was bigger. It looked big on the screen, but this is the size of it. This little cart can hold Mr. Hustle. I'm telling you, or any miscellaneous stuff that you have. You can sit it in here. And this is the, you pull it like this. It has the swivel wheels. It's cute. I was gonna return it back. I bought this from Temu also. I was gonna return it back, but my friend said, why? Just keep it. So I'm gonna keep it, I might give it to Mr. Hustle. They could ride him around in it sometimes. I told my granddaughter about it, but I don't know, because their mother might have something to say about that. But I'll just leave it here, It might come in handy for something. But yeah, he also wanted to order me a bigger one like that. But I told him, no, not now. I don't need that right now, So I said, you can order it another time whenever Prime come around. So that's what he'll do. Well, that's what he said. But, he's a Gemini, They do things when they want to do it. So even though I say, oh, it's okay, I wouldn't be surprised if he ordered it already because, he told me there's some stuff coming today. So if that's coming today, I'll just take it, with a smile and say thank you. But, yeah. So you see, it's good having a nice person as a friend. You know what I'm saying? It's very good because you don't find too many people like that. You don't. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. Yep. So, yeah, it rained last night. It poured down rain last night. Oh, my goodness. But look, I don't think there's any rain in the forecast. I didn't look at the temperature. But, yeah, the truck right there, that's to clean the windows. They had started cleaning the windows over here in my building, but it had rained, so they had stopped. So I just saw the man, he brought it out. So I guess he's continuing to clean today. So they'll probably clean mine today because they were supposed to clean it on Thursday. They did the front part of the building, and then it started raining later on, so that stopped them from doing their work. So, I guess they're continuing on today. So, yeah, my windows will be clean. And believe it or not, this is crazy. This is the first time. I've been living here since 2021. This is the first time that they decided to clean the windows. I'm dead serious. I wonder who told them to do that because they never did it before. But like I said, it's never too late to do anything or get anything or become anything. You know what I'm saying? It's just never too late. But as you can see, the windows are not really dirty, but they are dusty. Because if I open up my windows and leave it for a while, all here will be dusty and stuff like that. The dust comes in, but I clean it out. I clean it off. I don't mess with these windows because I don't want nothing falling and breaking and then I have to pay for it. No, nobody. So I just leave as is. But, I don't really open the windows that much, because they want you to keep the AC on at 77. That's here in Orlando. It's hot. And the houses, the apartments, wherever you live, they can get mold and all that kind of stuff. So they don't want people getting sick and filing lawsuits. So you have to keep the AC on at 77. I turn mine off sometimes because I get cold. I'm not an AC person, but I leave it on, Those are the rules. So I put it back on, I don't leave it off for a long period of time. And plus, I don't want to get sick. I don't want to get sick from having it on, and I don't want to get sick by turning it off and getting mold or whatever in the apartment. Yeah. So, yep. It's going to be a good day. I'm going to be making me some money today, so that's good. You know what I'm saying? So, that's a good thing. Yeah. I'm doing a good deed, and I'm getting paid. So, what can I say? God is good all the time. So, y'all have a beautiful day, and I will chat with y'all tomorrow.